with Coach tonight, something I haven't done in a long time, primarily because the partnership that I was working on did back out, and it happens. It happens. Hey, it's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Being at this platform is not for everybody, but I'm going to share with you guys right now some great tips, some great things that definitely help move you to go from point A to point B, or from A to Z in your business or in your brand. And I am going to take questions tonight. I want to build this up for you. You know what I'm saying? And everything, and any opportunity that I get to get on here is always valuable, not just for me, but for me to share with you some great information. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many things going out today. Some of you guys went on the blog. You guys seen my blog. You guys went on there. You guys read about network marketing. You've seen the difference between affiliate, network marketing, and an entrepreneur. And that's great, because that's exactly where you need to identify who you are, where you are, and where you're going for tomorrow. You get what I'm saying? Because it's important. It's important for your business. It's important if you're an affiliate. It's important if you're a network marketer. You get what I'm saying? It's important to know who you are, your demographics, okay? Because a lot of people, they're like, whoa, what are you talking about, demographics? There's a demographics area that you got to and need to know. Okay, who are you targeting? These are things that you need to know. Okay, so far I know you guys. Can you do me a favor? Give me that water over there, please, love. I think the biggest thing that I've seen so far in this journey, in this journey towards greatness, towards success, has been really promoting, my brand, And I told you I'm gonna give you some tips on promoting your brand, some ways that have effectively helped me, okay, surround myself around greatness, surround myself around people that are doing phenomenal things and impacting the world, and not just talking about it. Because there's a major difference with people that say they're doing it and people that are just doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because doers do even when the lights are off, even when the camera's off, they're just doing it. You get what I'm saying? And that's important for your brand. And it goes back and it stems back to that thing that I was teaching there at the college, was the leadership development, because the leadership development is a key antidote, a very key essential antidote to having a great successful brand, a great successful life, a great successful marriage or parenthood or whatever the case may be. But it helps in that area. But it all boils down to selling your brand to you, selling your brand to the person you look in the mirror at. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I identified it so much when I set out on a journey, when I set out on this journey, and I looked at my manager, I said, yo, Philip Woods. I said, my man, my brother from another mother, okay, would get that tea. I said, bro, we need to sit down. I said, I've been having these ideas go through my mind, and I want to get your intake on it. From that exact moment, he not only became my best friend, my manager, my brother from another mother, but he also became that missing link. Because my brother is so emphatical about being precise, having the top-notch quality. And that's why we stand each and every single day behind Kaizen. Because it's continuously improving every single aspect of our life, in business as well as in our personal life. And it's important for my brand. It's important for me, Coach Sagasta. It's important for any other person that wears the brand. You know what I'm saying? You don't just wear the brand just to wear the brand. You wear the brand because it means absolutely something here, as well as your vision and your drive. Okay? So I want to definitely share a couple things that I wrote down. I know there's some people on right now, and you're probably scratching your head going, wait a minute, what is Coach really expressing? What is he really sharing right now? And I'm sharing the essence of sales advantage on your brand, okay? Because I'm going to tell you right now, the markup on shirt branding is not what you think, okay? So here's where it really boils down to you taking the time out, okay? Let me get some water. I was on a webinar a while back with, who was that? Ty Lopez. I was on a webinar with Ty Lopez a while back, about a month ago. And something that he said that was so essential. And if you don't know who Ty Lopez is, if you've never been on a webinar, if you've never paid to get on the webinar with Ty Lopez, I recommend you do so. And the only reason being is because when he talks about branding, when he talks about going out there, going the extra mile and pushing on the ads and doing certain things like that, that's what's at. Okay, so that's one tool I want to share with you guys is get in a group, get into a little bit, spend just a little bit more money on investing in your brand. Okay, so there's two. Okay, so spend just a little bit more money on investing in your brand, and check out Tai Lopez. I'm not saying just check out just Tai Lopez, but there are other an array of different individuals out there that definitely bring that climax of information that you're going to need to build that brand. Okay, so one thing I learned from him that really set me over the top, and it was using every single avenue. Okay, from using every single Monday, using Facebook, using Google, using Instagram, using LiveMe, using Snapchat, using what's another one, boo? Just different, an array of different platforms that we use for the morning show, anyways, and start running the ads. Start using the ads, and always check your analytics. Okay, so there's another tool. Your analytics show you your demographics of where you're hitting at. How many clicks you're getting. So check those out from time to time because it's important. It's important to know exactly when you're building your brand, like how many clicks are you getting here. My idea when I told you earlier about spending a little bit of time by yourself, taking the time out to start being creative. Because if there's anything I know, if there's anything I've learned from Tai Lopez, from Dr. Eric Thomas, from David Shan, who will be in Houston this weekend with the Stay Ready tour, but I learned some great information from Philip Woods. I learned some great information about sharing the brand and how to promote it, how to get the tools to sell it. But I had to sell it to myself first. Okay, so number one, I want to share with you guys in this segment of Minutes with Coach is removing fear. Removing doubt, removing the objective. Like I've learned from Cardone University was removing the objectives, being able to get past the objectives, getting past the closed doors. Because if there's anything you want to minimize, anything you want to get past, is moving those closed doors. You know what I'm saying? Where one door closes, another door opens. And if that door closes, you got 99 more, 98 more, okay? As of today, you got exactly 178 doors to open. If you're not understanding that, it's because you have 178 opportunities after tonight to start opening up new doors on your brand, on marketing your brand, okay? So, all right, so I hit you with that, but if there's anything I love from Grant, and I am a huge supporter when it comes to information. Grant has informative information. If you have not joined the Cardone University, great information right there. If you have not joined, Breathe You University, great information right there. Why am I sharing this information with you? Because if you want to grow, you have to break, the comfort. You have to get outside your comfort. You have to go out and seek the right information. You have to seek, authentic information. All right. So, and where there's authentic information, there is not just conversation, but there is presentation in the whole scheme of everything. You get what I'm saying? In the whole scheme of everything, in the whole realm, in the whole element of promoting your brand, okay, and standing around the greats, is making sure that you get the presentation as well as the conversation. And as I shared with you guys last year, and I share with you again this year, and I will share with you until the day I'm called home, is communication. The greatest tool of communication is listening. All right, so listen to yourself when you're selling your brand. You know what I'm saying? Say to yourself exactly what is it about your brand that's so unique, that's so different. Nobody else is wearing Kaizen. Nobody else is promoting Kaizen like we do at Get That Tea, like Coach Sagasta does with Coach and Beyond. You get what I'm saying? Like nobody else is on that brand. Nobody is. There are a few individuals, okay, that are really showing the brand within themselves, and it's expressed through their behavior, through their actions, through their character, okay? And I appreciate that because I love seeing that. There's nothing better than seeing that genuine authenticity of character, right? So here are a few tips, and I typed this out because, and I put it because I want to share this with everybody on my blog. Anybody that's connected to my blog, anybody that gets on to our Google page. You know what I'm saying? I like to share this with those folks because there's a lot of informative material that I've learned from some of the roots of information where they all started, and I like sharing them with people. Okay, and that's why if you see MLB, the MLB page, which is motivational learning books, that was designed strictly for people that wanted more information, that wanted to know where I got the information to share with you. Okay, all right. Hey, sir, can you check this camera? I don't know if it went out or what's going on over here. But all right, so here's what I looked at as far as the fundamentals in your brand. And this is for everybody that's on Instagram, everybody that's on LiveMe, everybody that's on YouTube, Facebook, and the other one is Snapchat. Nonetheless, so I want to definitely share these tips with you guys. Okay, are you ready? So don't criticize, condemn, or complain. Are you hear what I said? Okay, one more time. Like I said, I typed this out for you guys to fully grasp. Okay, don't criticize, okay, or complain about your brand. Your brand is your brand. If you don't like your brand, what did I say earlier? Take a time out. Take a time out and reflect on your brand. If you didn't see the college course, I used to write up there the 5 things that you could control. One of them was reflection. Okay, so you had determination, and then you had reflection. Okay, then you had effort, then you had attitude, and then motivation. That all stemmed into going into my brand. It all stemmed into 5 things that I can possibly control each and every single day. All right, so now understand that reflecting on something that is your brand that you need to change, that you might need to work on, you need to take a time out. You need to ask advice. You get what I'm saying? There's so much pride and arrogance and people stroking somebody else's ego that you forget to work on that brand. You start criticizing, you start looking at other people criticizing, and you take it to heart. You get what I'm saying? So take a time out, look at it, and critique it yourself, and then ask for help. You know what I'm saying? Ask for help when it's needed. Absolutely. And make sure it's the greatest advice that you could possibly get from unique individuals. All right? All right. Give up the honest and sincere approach. Now, listen closely, because like I said, if I've ever learned anything from some greats, from genuine individuals, it was being absolutely sincere with the brand. Okay, you could ask my man Philip Woods. It was dynamically making sure that I was sincere when I said, "Yo, Woods, I'm thinking about opening up the business. I'm thinking about I want to take Coaching Beyond from developing it in 2015 to working on it and getting the foothold in 2016 to going public with it in 2017. I made efforts. People ask, Coach, how did you get started? I got started by jumping out and taking the risk. Today, multiple streams of income is what I've learned from Robert Kiyosaki. If I've learned anything from Grant Cardone, it's multiple streams of income. Whether it's $50, $500, $25,000, it all stems from some place. It all stems from a location, from the brand, okay, to the affiliation, to the business, Coaching Beyond, to my employment with Mojave Daily News. You get what I'm saying? Like just multiple streams of income, okay? So make sure that you're sincere about the approach and about the application of what you're doing and how you're promoting it. Make sure you're very sincere about it. Make sure you go all in, okay? All right. Now, 6 ways people, this is what I like. I like this part. And this is real quick. So 6 ways to make people like the brand. I know people are like, wait a minute, whoa, what is Coach topic? What is the topic? What are we going on? Yo, this is Minutes with Coach, man. I'm giving you genuine information. I hope that you're taking notes. If you're not taking notes, I recommend that you get on the YouTube account and you jump on that video because it's going to be on the YouTube account. I'm sharing this. Everything I always do always goes to our YouTube account. You know what I'm saying? I wish I had my other water. I prefer H2, high, what is it, babe? pH level, high pH level water. There's something about it that just really moves, okay? All right, so 6 things. Become genuine, interested in your brand. Become very interested in your brand, okay? What did I say earlier? Taking time out, okay? You got to make sure you take a little bit of time out on your brand. making sure that, you know, it's something that's going to stick, something that just really grabs the heart as well as the thought and mind and fashions the idea of like, yo, I want that. Yo, I want a piece of that. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what you want to do. So spend time doing that, okay? All right, interact with the people wearing your brand. Oftentimes I see people wearing a polo shirt. It might say Nike on it. It might say, I don't know, Tommy Hilfiger, or it might, yo, wear your brand until your brand will start wearing you. You get what I'm saying? So continue with that. All right, make sure that your brand has a smile of uniqueness. Make sure your brand has a smile of uniqueness. You know what I'm saying? A smile of uniqueness, all right? All right, remember that the only person that is important to the brand itself is you. The only person that truly is fanatical about the brand is you. Not hard to figure that one out, I hope. You know what I'm saying? All right, talk in terms with people when it comes to the brand. People want to know about the brand. What does the brand truly mean to you? How passionate are you about the brand? How much time did you put into making the brand? How much effort did you consume in your brand? And how is your brand using you in life or in business? You know, in your personal life. How is it impacting you? Okay. So, all right. Lastly, make other people feel important about using your brand. You know what I'm saying? Yo, when people go out and get the brand new shirts that me and Philip have sent shirts out to, power players, you know, individuals that we just given shirts to, especially for prizes and stuff like that, you know, that's important to us. Not just because you're wearing the brand, it's because you're going all in. You're stepping out. You're stepping out of comfort. You're starting to make decisions to start to change my life. And for you, anybody that wears a brand, you're making decisions to change your life, and you're going to continually work at it. It's improvement. You get what I'm saying? Like, I made it so important. I made it absolutely important that when we sat down, when me and Wood sat down, it was so important that we sat down and we said, hey, this idea, I want to make sure that it impacts the heart as well as the mind. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it was all about. So making sure that it's important. All right. Now, let's touch on just 5 things. I want to touch on 5 things. I think 5 things is good. 5 things is definitely good about winning people in your brand. Winning people in your brand. You know, like I said earlier, using the platforms to do the advertising. You know, from $5 to $50. You know, I got a BU brother right now, Nate Peterman, Nate the Great, who's working on some stuff for our private page. And I really hope that you guys get involved in that, because there's going to be some information in there that I'm not going to share on my public page. I'm just going to share with the private page some great, you know, sales advantages. I'm going to share some sales advantages and techniques and tips that I've learned from some genuine individuals in the community. And I'm only going to share that on my private page, okay? So I hope you guys get in contact with me and you guys get linked up on that, all right? So here's 5 things. The only way to get the best, the only way to get the best is to wake up and feel like you are the best. It's very easy, right? Very easy. But often people get in the best, they get in this mode, they get in this feeling, and then they lose sight of it about 3 months in. It's just like I said in the beginning of this year. Everybody's got the clap in the morning. Woo! Let's go! And it only lasts about 2 weeks after the new year. Maybe 2 months. But the consistent effort, the consistent energy, the consistent, motive of why you're getting up and wearing your brand and supporting your brand and pushing on, going all in with your brand, that's what sells. That's what gives people the option to say, I want that. I want a piece of that. Because he hasn't dropped off, because he's continuous, because he's made 365, that he's still going. He's not stopping. He's like a locomotive train without brakes. Oh, you get what I'm saying? Like, that's the brand. I want a piece of that. So make sure that's number 1, okay? Make sure the argument is that being the best every single morning, 365 days out of the year. No days off. If there's anything I've learned from my mentor, no days off. You make sure that you stay at that level all the time. Everybody's always talking about level. Level. Man, get to the level and stay there and then keep going. Don't just get to the level and say, all right, I'm here, and stay there and be stagnant. It's like you see the new shirt. The new shirt, it says right where you stand or rot where you stand. Because if you stay there long enough, you begin to rot. Very easy. It's not hard to figure it out, all right? All right, so number 2, show respect to others in their brand. If you want to truly be successful and see your brand hit the top, then, yo, you got to promote it. What did I do? As soon as we did Kazan, as soon as we brought Kazan out from Get That Tea, what's the first thing you started seeing? You seen Shane DeGarry jump on board. You seen the Big Dreamer jump on board. Are you hearing what I'm saying? You didn't just see that, but you're seeing now Patrick Osman on board. You're seeing Ryan Perez on board. Jamie Lynn on board. Are you getting what I'm saying? Like, yo, different array of individuals out there that are jumping on board. Why? Because it's quality. You get what I'm saying? So, yo, you want to be around the greats, you got to make sure you have the quality in brand. So, show respect to other people and their brand, what they have. So I wanted to share it. I respect my brother. I respect my man, my partner, my manager, Philip Woods. I said, yo, I got to share it with my people. I got to share it with my circle. So, yo, you're looking for a new brand. You want to make your brand stand out to get around an array of individuals that are sharing it. You get what I'm saying? All right. So, number three. If you are wrong, I love this one. I love this one because so many people have a hard time. They stroke their own ego. Yo, if you have a hard time admitting you're wrong, then you're in the wrong spot, man. If you have a hard time saying I'm sorry, then you're in the wrong spot, man. You get what I'm saying? Like, you have not conformed. You have not transformed. You still conformed is what I meant to say. If you get what I'm saying? So in your brand, you got to admit, yo, if my brand's not working, my brand's not working. And I'll start moping about it. Oh, my brand is not working. No, get off your butt, get a new idea, and keep going. You know what I'm saying? If your brand was taken, then, yo, keep moving. Look for another new brand. Look for something that's so unique, so defined, that represents you. You get what I'm saying? Like, yo, Kazan represents me. It represents my family. It represents individuals right now that are watching the video. You get what I'm saying? They're making new stands. Like, hey, yes, I want to be like that. I want to definitely have that same energy. I want to make sure that, yo, when I wake up every single morning, I'm waking up with determination. And when I set my feet on God's green earth, it's with enthusiasm. And when I get to the shower, I'm showering down with determination. And then when I'm going 120 all the way with optimism. Are you get what I'm saying? That's an everyday process. It's practice over and over and over again. So, yo, right here where it says, yo, admit the days that you don't have it. Admit when your brand is not working. And then go back to the lab and start to drawing. You've seen the artwork. I started working on the pencil. I started drawing. I'm not an artist. I don't draw. But I did. I got me a book. Yo, I got me a book, and what did I start doing? I started coloring, I started drawing, I started working on my brand, I started working on new ideas, I started working on a new gadget, a new invention that I want to put out at the end of this year, if not next year. Or you get what I'm saying? Like, yo, admit to yourself, like, your brand is not working, my brand is working. If your brand is not working, why is it not working? In what areas is it not working? How did it come to the point where it stopped working? Start asking yourself these simple questions. You've seen my posts from time to time. It's questions. I want you to question you. You question yourself. I had to do it for 365 days to myself, okay? So number four, begin in a friendly way to share your brand. One individual. This cat went all out. Daniel Joseph went all out. He did something so unique, so dynamic. He said, Beck, can you hand me that hat right there, boo, please? He did something so extraordinary. You talk about an individual to go from ordinary to extraordinary in his brand. This is what he did. Payout. He sent it to some power players. He sent his brand to power players. And I appreciate it. He knows that. When I see my man down in Ontario, I embrace him with the brotherly love or brotherly hug. You get what I'm saying? There's a difference, okay? But what I did know is, yo, my man was definitely doing what other people won't do. Is he was sharing, which is caring, okay? But he was also making sure that he was doing it with a friend in a friendly way. He was admitting that, you know what, this is my brand. I'm gonna share with people. And then he started making more network. Start getting invites. So, yo, take a quick tip from my man, okay? Take a big tip, because right now that is genuine, okay? Is making sure that you connect with the right people at the right time, in the right moment. You get what I'm saying? Because the moment was free, my man jumped out, started spurting his shirts and his hats to everybody that was a power player. Anybody that had 3,000 to 4,000 and above, okay, surrounding, networking. You get what I'm saying? So that's important. That's very important. And not just on Facebook, but on YouTube, on Instagram, on LiveMe, on all these different platforms, Periscope, Twitter, okay, all these different platforms. You want to make sure that you're surrounded by those friendly individuals that you can send them to, that have a great surrounding, a great backing of followers, okay? Because those are the people that are definitely going to bite, okay? That people are going to definitely engage in with wearing your brand, all right? All right, so last one. Get others to say, yes, I can. What I mean by that is, yes, I can wear your brand. Yes, I can support you in what you got going. You know, when people went out and bought my book, they knew that all the support came and went to Big Brother, Big Sister, and Wounded Warrior Project. Okay, why was that important? Because it was the philanthropy inside me that said, this is what I want to do. This is my contribution back. So when me and Philip would get that tea and Culture Beyond give things back, or when I'm with BU and I give things back to my community or to a different organization or private sector, I make sure that it's, you know, with heart, it's with diligence, okay? And so that last one is give to others that yes, I'm definitely going to wear your brand. I'm going to support your brand because I support you in everything that you do. I don't just say it. I'm just not liking your stuff. I'm not just liking it. I'm not just giving you a heart, but no, I'm fully fanatical about seeing your change, your transformation. And I know whatever you got is definitely going to help me gain those same footsteps. You get what I'm saying? So the brand is important. The brand and what you wear, okay? When you sleep, when you get up to eat, when you go to the gym, you're wearing your brand. I love the fact that the individuals that went out and bought the Cosmo shirts and they got the Coaching Beyond shirts, you know, they went out and they went in the gym, boom, beast moding up, you know what I'm saying, getting their full action in. That is what I'm talking about, okay? Sharing those pictures, and I didn't share them with everybody on Instagram or any of the social media stuff. Only reason why is, man, if I've learned anything about some genuine individuals, about being humble, right? So make sure you just share that information with you. And that's the same thing with the testimonies. That's all mine. You know what I mean? Testimonies that came in, thank you guys for all those guys that sent the testimonies. I appreciate you. In fact, I got some of their books in my library, so I appreciate that, definitely. All right, what else? What else we got, babe? What else do we have? So I wanted to share those moments with you. Oh, here we go. Statistics. I got to share the stats with you guys because I know there's some stat readers out there. So I told you earlier, backing up in a conversation about the 1% markup on your brand. Okay, if you have something so unique and you're sharing it with different platforms, okay, and you're out there marketing your brand and you're selling your brand, understand this, and please fully grasp this. Nothing is for free. The only thing for free in life today is the grace of God and the air that you breathe, period. You get what I'm saying? So, all right. Between what do the statistics show as far as where we are in branding on material today? Well, if you look at today's brand, 73% of people drop back. 73% of people drop back from their brand. They fall off. They fall short. There's no consistency. They drop off the edge and never to return. Okay, so make sure that you're consistent with your brand. Make sure you're consistent with marketing your brand. Make sure that you follow through with the 10 commandments of prospecting your brand. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you're there, okay? Because between 10 to 15% of existing customers are looking for a new style. Do you hear me? 10 to 15% of existing companies are looking for something new. So just because you got the brand, you better start getting back to the lab. You better start thinking about new ideas. You better start bringing some new creativity, okay, to your brand, to what you wear, to what you represent. Because if you don't, I'm just saying. So I want to share that with you guys. And then here's one last thing I want to share with you guys before we get out of here, because I don't want to take up everybody's time. I don't want to be a robber. I know you guys got family. I got family. I know you guys got some important things. You probably got to get back into the lab. I don't know, but I'm going to share this last thought with you guys. But I need you definitely to get to the point where you set aside 1 hour a day on prospecting. 1 hour a day. That's it. Prospecting. Okay. Cold calling. You know what I'm saying? Funneling. Finding the right funnels for you and your brand to market. Find those people. You know what I'm saying? Because I promise. When you find those funnels, when you find that open door to 15 to 20,000 people that are saying, hey, I want to get a Cosby shirt. I want to get a Savage shirt. I want to get a Shane DeGarry shirt, the 1% show, or who's the other one? Terrence Freeman, who's now with Get That Tea. Come on, man. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Surround yourself around that. Spend 1 hour redesigning, redefining the hustle, the grind, if you might, whatever you guys are using today, you know what I'm saying, to define what you guys do, to entitle yourself at that area. Make sure you find that quality of 1 hour that you spend in the lab working on your brand, working on you. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed this segment with, Minutes with Coach. This was something that I sat around, kicking it around, thinking about, a different style, an array of what could be contributed to Facebook, to YouTube, to Instagram, to LiveMe, to Periscope, all these different platforms that we do every single Motivational Monday. So I wanted to share that with you. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe wholeheartedly about sharing information. That's why I did the blog. When I learned from Dr. Eric Thomas was when he said, create a blog, become a writer, start writing. Okay. And then I started sharing booklets of information. And the new book that's coming out next month, I was thinking it was going to come out this month. It's next month it's coming out. And that's, developing life-driven purpose. Developing the life-driven purpose, and in the new booklet that's coming out, it's all about finding your potential purpose and how to measure your potential purpose in life. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping you guys get that book. Like I said, the next book that comes out, every single book that ever comes out by Coach Sagasta, all the proceeds go to Wounded Warriors and to Big Brother, Big Sister. Are you hearing me? All right. So, I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for being on. Many blessings to each and every single one of you guys. Make every single day a masterpiece from here on out. Okay. 178 days. I appreciate it. Have a great, beautiful night.